And Thor spoke. Well, my brother Loki, he can eat more than anyone in all the 9 worlds. Anyone.
Oh, indeed,
spoke the Giant King. Well, Thor, who do you have for me to eat against, your majesty?
I have Loki, a giant.
Loki? Are you serious? Your name's Utgard Loki, and his name is Loki. Oh, never mind. All right, bring out the food. And so out stepped the giant, really tall and skinny, with pointy blonde hair. And...
Oh, hello. My name is Loki.
Yes, I know you are. Are you ready for the eating competition? So on one side of the table, on the other side of the table, Loki faced Loki, and it was Loki's turn. On the table were arrayed all types of meat, mutton and venison and cattle, and there were fruits and vegetables of all sorts, and to quaff it all down, they had mead. So Loki began first. He stripped all the meat from the bones, and he ate all the vegetables and all the fruit, and he quaffed it down with mead. There. Now I would like to see you try, Loki.
All right, I shall try.
So Loki begins, and he starts eating all the food. And he eats all the meat off the bones, and he eats the bones too. And then he eats the cups, and the bowls, and the table, and the chairs. And then he started eating the tapestries. Until 2 giants had to take him away. And, no, Loki, no! You can't eat the tapestries, no! And they dragged Loki away. Otherwise, he would eat him everything in the hall. And Loki was just there, perplexed.
That's obscene. Nobody can eat like that.
Your giant Loki is a freak. How could I have lost? That nobody eats like that.
Let lose you did, Loki. If this is the power that you gods have, then I don't see how you're very powerful at all.
Boomed Utgard Loki, the Giant King.
Well, is there anybody else that can you do anything else, Thor? Or your companions?
And Thor spoke up. Well, I can... But before he could finish, young Thialfi spoke up.
Oh, your majesty. I'm the fastest runner in all the 9 worlds. There's nobody alive that can beat me.
What are you doing, Thialfi? I don't know what you're getting into. Your majesty, the boy doesn't know what he's...
Nonsense, the boy has spoken. So, boy, you think you are fast?
Yes, I'm very fast. I can beat anyone in this hall.
Perhaps you'd like to race against my son, Hugi. Hugi, come out.
And out steps a young giant boy.
Oh, hi, you must be Thialfi. You want to race me?
Yes, I do want to race you. I bet I could win.
All right, everybody outside. Let the race begin.
And on the Giant King's word, he counted, on your mark, on... Ready, get set, go! And before Thialfi even got halfway across the finish line, Hugi had already finished. It's like he didn't even move, and Thialfi's just standing there.
How is it possible? He hardly even moved, and he's finished already? I don't understand.
You don't understand. Your talents, boy, are nothing compared to us.
I don't get it.
And so they all went back into the hall. And the king said to Thor,
Is this it? Is this all the power you and your servants have?
It's nothing compared to us. Well, you will never beat me, the god of thunder, in a drinking match. I challenge anyone here. I challenge you, king. you to a drinking match. Nobody can beat me.
Oh, very well. Bring out the mead. Bring out the mead horns. And fill it with great mead. Here, I shall go first.
And so the giant king, Utgard Loki, brought the drinking horn up to his lips. And he drank until he emptied his drinking horn.
Now, Thor, it is your turn. All right. Give me the drinking horn.
And so Thor raised the drinking horn up to his lips and he drank. And he drank. And he drank some more. But he just wouldn't empty, and he kept drinking and he kept drinking. And then all the giants in the hall gasped, how was he drinking so much? Until I couldn't take it any longer and it started to overflow. I can't do it! What is wrong with this? How much mead did you put in here? I don't understand.
You are very poor at drinking. Perhaps you would be better at lifting my little pussycat.
Don't mock me! Do not mock the god of thunder, Utgard Loki.
I don't mock you, Thor. Come on. Surely you can lift a little cat. Where's my great cat? Here it is. Come on, Thor, lift it.
All right, I will. I'll show you how strong I am. And so Thor got a firm hold on the giant's cat. And what's wrong with this cat? How much do you feed it? I can't lift it. All right, you dumb cat. I will lift you now. And all of a sudden, a single paw from the cat started to lift from the ground, and everybody gasped in the hall. He lifted a paw. He lifted a single paw from the cat. I can't do it, and I don't know what's wrong.
You can't lift a single little cat? Oh, Thor. You are a weakling.
A weakling! I'll teach you all for calling me a weakling. And he took me only and I was about to strike him.
Stay your hand, Thor. There's nothing you can harm us here. Perhaps if you want to get up some aggression, you would like to wrestle with my old wet nurse, Hilda. Hilda, come out.
Where you want me, Master Utgard Loki?
Yes, Hilda. This Thor wants to wrestle with you.
I do not want to wrestle with a woman. That is dishonorable. But I will dance with you, my lady. May I have this dance? And as soon as Thor took the wet nurse's hand, he began to dance with her. But Hilda just took him by the hands and she brought him to his knees. What? Ah! How is this possible?
Thor, what's the matter? Cried Thjalfi.
I don't know. She's just an old lady. Oh, this is too rich. And Loki was cracking up. Wait till I hear about this in Asgard. You better not say a thing. Ah!
All right. Let him up, Hilda.
Oh, anything you say, Utgard Loki, my dear boy.
You may go back to your embroidery, Hilda. Go on.
And so Hilda left the hall. I don't understand.
Of course you don't, Thor. The only way... I have a confession to make. The only way I could have beaten you and your servants with their powers is if I worked magic, spells, words of power over you. For you see, it was I who was Skrymir in the forest that you slept in the glove of, and he who slept underneath the oak tree. And I worked spells on you so that when you tried to hit my head, all you hit was the ground. What? You work tricks on me? Oh no! Tricks.
work on me anymore.
There's nothing you can do, Thor, that can harm me. For I will always be able to work my spells on you.
Oh, we'll see about that! And Thor went into a rage, and he swung wildly at the palace. But there was no palace, because the giants and the giant king and the hall of Utgard had disappeared, and Thor was left swinging across a grassy plain among stony ruins. I'll kill you all! Thor screamed at the top of his lungs, and Loki had to restrain him. Brother! Let it go! They're gone! There's nothing you can do.
You are right, brother. You are right. It is done. I can't believe I was tricked like this.
Sometimes your dreams have a ways of playing tricks on you, brother.
Enough, Loki. Come, let us bring these children back to their home. Their parents must be worried sick.
And then up spoke little Röskva. Thor, I have something to tell you.
And what is it, little Röskva?
The goats, they're all healed. I didn't have much desire to watch the contest. I was mostly minding the goats. And they're all better. Look, they like to be stripped underneath the chin, and they're all healthy.
Oh, Röskva! Oh, you are a good little girl. This makes up for my terrible defeat. At least my goats are all well. Come, let us get you home to your parents.
And so they went off on their long journey out of Jotunheim, back to Midgard, Middle-earth, the land of mortals, until they came across a familiar sight. It was the children's family's homestead, the little stone thatched roof cottage. And their father Ole was chopping wood, until he looks up.
Röskva? Thialfi? Thor, Loki, you're all back safe. Come into my arms, children.
We missed you so, Father. Yes, Father, we missed you. How is Mother?
She's inside now, cooking dinner. We're having porridge. Millet porridge again. Do not worry, we can have... spoke Thor. I shall kill my goats, and we'll have goat meat again.
I'm not upset about that anymore, Thor, because I know, said little Röskva, I know that they will be alive in the morning. And so they all went in and had a great feast. And they told them about their quest. So, Thor, said Ole, you were not successful?
In a manner of speaking, I kind of was. For you see, I learned a valuable lesson. And that lesson is sometimes the giants just need to be left alone, in peace. Those are wise words, even for us mortals, Thor.
And so, they all went to sleep for the night. And in the morning, they said goodbye to Thor and Loki. And little Röskva said goodbye to the goats, Toothnasher and Toothgrinder, one more time. And Thor and Loki disappeared in the sky in the chariot. And they weren't seen again by their mortal eyes ever. The next morning after, Thialfi woke up from his bed. And he was excited because he wanted to go down to see the village boys that he would race with. And he wanted to tell them the great story of how they went on an adventure with Thor and Loki. And he ran out the door. And as soon as he got to the door, right on the step were two large bags. And he opened them up. Father! Thor spoke true! In the night they must have left these gold for us.
What? We are rich! We'll never be poor again!
And they weren't. For from that day on, they bought their own goats and sheep and cattle. And little Röskva had two pet goats of her own, whom she named Tongjost and Tongrisner, the Toothnasher and the Toothgrinder. And she loved them, and the family was never rich again. And that, my friends, is the story of Thor in the city of the giant king.